Hey everyone, we're going to talk about something today that, well, it affects every single one of us every day. We're digging into the difference between cleaning and sanitizing. Yeah, they sound kind of the same, but trust me, knowing the difference is the secret to keeping your space truly safe.
Okay, let's just jump right in with a scenario. Picture this. You've just finished dinner, you wipe down the kitchen counter, and boom, it looks sparkling clean. But is it actually safe? Or did you just, move a bunch of invisible germs from one spot to another? That's the big question.
And, that really gets to the heart of the problem, doesn't it? We judge how clean something is just by looking at it. If the crumbs are gone, if that sticky patch is wiped up, we're like, yep, job done. But, especially on surfaces where we're making our food, what we can see is literally only half the story.
And this right here is the key takeaway. A surface that looks clean is absolutely not the same thing as a surface that's actually sanitized and safe from nasty germs. One is just about how it looks. The other is all about your health. That's the big idea we're going to unpack right now. All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. Cleaning, sanitizing. We throw these words around all the time, right? Almost like they mean the same thing. But in the world of real hygiene, they are two totally separate and super important actions. So first up, cleaning. The easiest way to think about this is just removing the mess you can see. It's the physical act of wiping away food bits, getting rid of grease, all that visible dirt, what the pros actually call soil. So cleaning is all about what you can see, and it is always, always step one. Okay, and then there's sanitizing. Now this is the step that deals with everything you can't see. This is where you're using a chemical to knock down the number of dangerous little microorganisms. We're talking pathogens, bacteria, viruses, all the way down to a safe level. And did you catch that key phrase? It has to be done on a clean surface. You literally can't sanitize a dirty counter. It just doesn't work. So here's the simplest way to put it. Cleaning is for what you can see, the soil, the food. Sanitizing is for what you can't see, the germs, the pathogens. You've got to get that visible dirt out of the way first, otherwise the sanitizer can't even get to the surface to do its job. Doing one without the other, it's like only doing half the work.
Okay, so we get the what and the why now. Let's get practical. How do you actually do this the right way? Because it's definitely more than just a quick spray and a wipe. There's a very specific order of events to make sure a surface is both clean and sanitized.
And according to all the food safety experts, it's a 5-step process. And you have to do them in order. It's really the only way to be sure you're not cutting corners and leaving those nasty germs behind. So, you ready to see what they are?
All right, here we go. The whole process. Step 1, scrape off any big stuff. Food chunks, whatever. Step 2, wash it down with good old soap and water. That'll get rid of the grease and grime. Step 3, rinse all that soap and dirt away. Step 4, now you apply your sanitizer to that nice clean surface. And step 5, and listen, this one is huge, let it air dry. Don't touch it. If you wipe it with a towel, you could be putting germs right back on the surface you just worked so hard to sanitize.
Okay, knowing the 5 steps is awesome, but the next big question is, when do you actually need to do all this? Because it's not just a once-a-day, end-of-the-night thing. There are some very specific times that should be like an alarm bell in your head, telling you it's time to clean and sanitize. And this stuff is really important. So obviously you do it after you're done using a surface, but you also need to do it if you get interrupted. Let's say you're cutting raw chicken and the phone rings. You have to re-sanitize that whole area before you start again. Same goes for switching tasks, like going from prepping raw meat to chopping vegetables. And get this, for surfaces that are being used all the time, the rule is you have to sanitize them at least every 4 hours. It just goes to show you how fast those germs can come back.
Okay, let's wrap this all up. If you only remember one thing from all this, make it this. Cleaning and sanitizing are a team. They're not the same player. They are two different steps that absolutely have to work together to get the job done right and create a safe space.
And really, this quote just says it all. Any surface that comes into contact with food must be cleaned and sanitized. Notice it doesn't say cleaned or sanitized. That little word "and" makes all the difference. For any surface that's going to touch your food, this isn't just a good idea. It's a must-do for food safety. So, I'll leave you with this one last thought. Knowing this stuff is great, but it's only powerful if you actually use it, right? So now that you really get the difference between just making something look clean and making it truly safe, think about your own home, your own workspace. What's one surface? Maybe it's your cutting board, your phone, even your doorknobs. What's one thing you're going to make a point to properly clean and sanitize today? Thanks for tuning in.